Korean beauty standards. Where do I even begin? It's something that I think is a hot topic, right? And it's something that I get asked a lot by my friends and people who know that I've been staying in Korea, like, doesn't it affect you and everything? And first, I guess the most important thing is that it will obviously never affect me in the same way that it affects like young Korean people. But my experience with it is also something that I'm just kind of navigating, and something that I think is important to talk about because it is something that affects me and it's a prevalent thing. It can be rough, it can be very strict, and it can be very competitive. And I think that that was the first thing that I learned that was very important in creating the mindset that I have now around it, is that Korea in general is like a very competitive culture and society. And when it comes to, you know, education, work, and also looks. And so seeing that people are always just kind of constantly keeping the best in mind and always just kind of striving to be the best can be exhausting and can feel like sometimes you're living in a shadow, I guess. But I think the way that you let that affect you greatly depends on your mindset. And luckily, even though I'm someone who unfortunately very much cares about the opinions of others and can be very anxious and introverted, I think that I've developed at least enough of a shell to not let things penetrate me too deeply. As someone who has honestly never fit in, the workplace, the media, a lot of different things can make you feel pressured about the way that you look sometimes. And because I'm human, obviously that affects me, especially when the standard aligns with what I want for myself. So me bringing up, you know, tattoos and piercings and things that might set me outside of the norm, I feel better about, because those are things that make me feel pretty and make me feel more confident. And so in that regard, my opinion obviously matters more than everyone else's. But when it's something that I'm insecure about and do want to improve on, like, you know, my weight or my hair or my skin, I can sort of get into a pattern of overthinking all of these things and just feeling really down and depressed about it. But what I've kind of been learning to do and been striving to do is to twist those insecurities into a motivation that work for me instead of against me. If I'm treating myself for me and the fact that it is available and it feels more acceptable because everyone's doing it, it becomes a good thing for me. So I think that as long as it's in moderation, the pressure to do better and to look better and everything can definitely be healthy, especially, like I said, for people who are introverted like me. I don't always feel so good and confident about doing things for myself, but because it's so normalized and almost feels like the standard here, I've been trying to put more effort into things. So I guess truly all you can do is do it for you, and do try to better yourself so that other people's opinions won't even matter, because you know that you're working for yourself, you know that you're always improving, and that's all that anyone could ask for, to be completely honest. But in moderation and at a pace that works for you. Like with me trying to lose a little bit of weight, I've just been walking more, eating a little bit healthier, which has also come very naturally here, which I'm very grateful for. But that being said, today I'm very much craving brownies. I have been for the past few days, so I'm gonna get a brownie. Like, hello, do it for you. You are all you have, and if you're not doing it for you, if you're doing it for other people, literally what is the point? So I'm gonna go get brownies with Chris. I'm taking it very easy today because I'm getting over being sick. My voice still sounds quite hoarse. Yeah, we're just gonna go check out a new cafe and have a little date. And speaking of having a date with Chris, just even more to my point, you have to surround yourself with the right people, because he and my friends and my family are people who make me feel beautiful literally every single day. And so when you have that and you have yourself, the opinions of others just very much doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, let's go. So we came to this cafe called Volver. It's right in between Mangwon and Hapjeong Station. And I found out that not only do they have brownies, but they also have hot chocolate, which I'm super excited about. That sounds perfect right now, soothing to my throat and to my soul. So let's check it out. Chris and I decided to come for a little walk near Haneulgongwon to visit Metasequoia Road for the first time. Metasequoia is a type of tree, and there's a path near here that's apparently very famous for having those trees. Just like these. These are the same trees as well. But yeah, I just really needed a break because I've been on my computer all day. So before the sun comes down, we're just gonna have a little walk. Chris and I just found this other path full of the same trees. We're not even at the road yet, but it's super pretty in here as well. Like, look at it. Super magical. It's so pretty, even though it's a pretty gloomy day. I wonder what these logs are for.
These?
Yeah, these.
I don't know.
Does it like reinforce the wall or something?
I don't think so.
They're everywhere though. They were like all the way over there too.
Oh, you know what I thought of just now?
What?
It's really cute. I think it's ramps for little squirrels.
No way. Ramps for little critters?
Yeah, because it's not reinforcement. It's not for drainage for some reason, because I see holes.
Yeah.
A little pipe sticking out. So
it's so they can get back up there in the trees?
Yeah, what else could it be?
That would be really, really cute.
So that they don't get hit by those little carts.
Yeah, that are just going so fast.
So fast.
Oh, I hope that's why. That would be so cute. Okay, buddy, you need to go this way? Got you covered. You need to go up that way? Got you covered.
You hear it?
Yeah, I do hear little buddies in here.
And then you just go like... This one says 하늘공원 올라가는 길. And then right here it says Metasequoia 길. Metasequoia is where we're trying to go to.
Well, Chris and I walked back to the first path that we found with these trees because I think it's much prettier here. The other road was a little bit underwhelming and loud because it got even closer to the highway. That's my one thing, is that I do wish this were a little bit more off the road. These poor trees are taking in a lot of smog and a lot of noise. Chris and I just came out to get a breather from working all day to take some photos. We put on cute outfits to just take a break and take some photos and feel better about ourselves. I've actually been looking at jobs, which has been exhausting, but I just kind of want to make some more money, and I think that that would just give me options as far as, you know, staying here longer term. So the obvious job for foreigners, and what a lot of people do whenever they come to Korea, is obviously teaching English, or at least tutoring English. But I've never really wanted to be a teacher, which is weird because I do love English in a creative sense. It's always been my favorite subject, and I actually love writing. I don't know if I've ever told you guys that, but I love writing, I love language, but teaching is a little questionable. And then I don't even know if like tattoos and piercings and stuff like that are acceptable for teachers here now. I am somewhat picky whenever it comes to jobs, I mean, which is why I'm sitting here choosing to struggle over YouTube and my small business and things of that nature. I can be kind of hard-headed, but luckily, because I'm selective and creative and I want a creative job, those things do tend to be a little bit more lenient whenever it comes to looks, which is something that you inevitably do have to consider in Korea, a place where people literally will attach photos to their resume. But you can be successful here as a creative. I'm currently exploring a lot of different options, looking into a lot of different things, and that's sort of the message that I want to send, I guess, sort of like in the talk that I had yesterday about surrounding yourself with the right people. If you look for the right places and are lucky enough to be accepted there, which I know can be a luxury, you can be very successful as a creative. You can be successful as your own person and doing what you love. It's just a journey to get there, and I'm struggling right now, but I do feel like in the end it'll be worth it. Having multiple different jobs that fulfill me creatively. Strangely enough, I've even been considering modeling recently, simply because I've been modeling for me and Chris's business. I'm very comfortable in front of a camera. I love fashion. Even whenever I went to fashion school, I would model for people's projects and stuff of that nature. But I obviously have to find the rare few agencies that are more progressive and a little bit unconventional, because I'm obviously not the conventional idea of pretty. But some things that I have seen have led me to believe and give me hope that there will be a place that will accept me for who I am and just create another creative outlet for me. So that's what I'm looking into these days. But obviously there's a duality to everything, right? There's a flip side of that. Because it is modeling, I'm finding myself being nitpicky about myself and my looks and my body and everything. I'm trying to build more confidence in myself every single day, and I think that as I do that, I will slowly attract people jobs, environments that just sort of reflect that. Chris and I are so immersed in our own little world that we've kind of brainwashed ourselves at this point. He recently got the Balenciaga Defenders and we think they're so cute. I think they're so cute.
Everybody hates them.
Everyone hates them. Like, they think they look so crazy, but I don't think they look that odd. People hate them.
I got so used to it that the Defenders look small at times.
The Defenders look small? Yeah, normal shoes, especially at this point, just look teeny tiny. But yeah, that's what you gotta do. Just create your own world and just be happy with the things that make you happy and surround yourself with people who agree. Yeah. And recently he got this coat too. This coat that he really liked. And then as soon as we came home with it, he was nervous about it because he thought that it was gonna make him look a certain way in public or just be too different from what everyone else is wearing because it has like such a broad silhouette. I mean, look at, I'm honestly rocking some power shoulders today too, but it took him some convincing that I think it's pretty and he thinks it's pretty, so who cares?
Very wide shoulders.
Very, very wide shoulders. But even, like, I'm sure you guys can tell, it's not bad at all. Don't be self-conscious about it. Literally, who cares? Do it for you. And genuinely, you just have to use trends, culture, what's happening in the world to your advantage. Make the most out of it that you can. And instead of letting the things that are negative or that don't match you or don't suit you bother you too much, just focus on what those things can do for you and what things you can pick out to kind of improve yourself and to feel fulfilled in your life. It is an extremely cold day in Seoul. The temperature dropped like 10 degrees for no reason. Super cold and windy. So we decided to take it easy. We are gonna go run a few errands, but most importantly, I'm gonna go get my tattoo, the tattoo from my Hanam vlog that was written by Daeyeon. Finally, it's been a long time coming, but I'm gonna go get that in Hongdae. I'm super excited and very cold.
Very cold?
Oh.
I told you should bundle up more.
But it's already like a lot warmer down here, and I think they put heat on in the trains, so a lot of the times if I dress for the actual weather that's occurring outside, I end up way too hot on the train. So yes, I've got a short sleeve under this coat, but it's on the back of a bra receipt. There it is, so cute. I'm actually gonna get it a bit smaller on my wrist because in comparison to my wrist it looks quite large. But yeah, so excited. I'm in a hip-hop music video, like a sultry one. God damn it, I like it. Kiss me down till I'm naked. Looks like, hold on, wait a minute, girl. Oh, no, not that one. All of these girls and all of this money, nothing compares to when I got you with me up in the apartment. I just made that up. That came from my soul. Anyway, I got my tattoo. And I'm so excited. It's here, see. He did super well. It was a very, very weird experience because as I'm sure most of you know, most tattooing in Korea, pretty much all tattooing in Korea is technically illegal. So it was such a strange experience where I had to go into this like basement level store that was not lit. The staircase was dark and then I just suddenly saw these like creepy green lights and it kind of felt like it might turn into a kidnapping situation. So if you want to hear more about the experience of having to book a tattoo, finding a tattooer, and therein going to the location that is secretive, by the way, the whole shebang, let me know because it was definitely unique. But he ended up being super nice and did a great job. And it's not, I mean, you guys saw it in the clip, right? You realize that it's not this dark and big and bold and black. It's actually very thin, very much like a pen stroke. He made it look exactly like this because we asked him to. This tape that he put over it, he said is supposed to last for 5 days, but my coat already kind of messed it up. So we'll see how that does, but that's what's making it look so like, yeah, because it's secreting things, but I'm extremely happy with it. It's definitely the thinnest and daintiest tattoo that I have, which is honestly a very Korean aesthetic, so I'm kind of excited that that's the first tattoo that I did get in Korea. And it just makes me so happy. Tattoos are one of the few things that actually make me feel really happy, really excited, and really confident. So I just do them entirely for myself. And even Chris doesn't really like tattoos, at least on me and for me. But even he knows how happy it makes me, so he helped me. Thank you so much for coming along with me a few days this week, just a little snippet of my life. I want to kind of try to make more casual videos like this, if anybody cares. I mean, honestly, not a lot of people watch any of my videos anyway, so I'll probably just do it anyway. But if you did watch this video and liked it, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And honestly, no matter where you are in the world, how many friends you have, what your interests are, what you look like, I fully support you too, and I wish you the best. And I'll talk to you later.